I know. Single, I know.
Eh?
What are you?
Why are you
There
making
are two
assumptions
married
about
people
me?
there.
Let's see if you can gather that from my answer.
Yeah, I was
That's exactly why I
Alright.
didn't want to specify.
Relationships, you learn on the way, I think. You know, you live and learn. You more you experience, the more you learn.
Relationships, I don't know how much time you have, you know.
not that much time.
Yeah. I think your physical chemistry in bed also keeps the relationship very,
alive.
very solid,
Yeah,
you know,
keeps it
because
alive.
it is a very important aspect of you guys being together. When we talk about relationships, we are constantly thinking about external and with other people, but I think until you work on this, everything else, you know, it's pointless because we're constantly looking outwards and not inwards. And I think for me, that's been part of growth and, you know, as we age or, you know, experience all of that. I think having a relationship at this point of time for me would be about communication. And I think true communication can happen when each other's personal drama is recognized first and then dropped as and when the time arises.
Hi, this is Samina Sheikh here on Zoom channel, and with me right now I have the star cast of 4 More Shots, Please. So welcome them only on Zoom. First of all, the last season, and I could see a lot of gearing is happening and a lot of confusion also happens when it comes to relationship. So what's your take when it comes to relationships, and how do you find in the modern day, how do you define that?
Relationships, you learn on the way, I think. You know, you live and learn. You more you experience, the more you learn. The older you grow, the more you know. The more you know not what to do in relationships. Yeah, you know, you figure out yourself on the way, and finally you make it to a point where you find your life partner and you get married.
And that's how the journey has been for you too, Prateek.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Moving on to you, Bani, what do you have to say?
About relationships?
Yes.
Man.
Difficult one.
No, I mean, it's not difficult. I feel like it's just about being able to find a partner who's compatible with, you have to want the same things.
Yeah.
And I think if you're very growth oriented in your life, in terms of just personally speaking, like on a personal level, then I think that becomes hard for a lot of people, because a lot of people don't like change, they don't like growth, they want to stay the same, and they're very comfortable. And I think that complacency is something that I don't like complacency. I want to keep growing. So it's hard to find people who will also be wanting to be on that same path, a similar path.
Yeah.
So and just be healthy and fit, and most people don't want to be healthy and fit. So yeah, it's lifestyles are so different.
What do you have to
But
say?
I'm sure they're out there somewhere.
1000%. I vouch. for that.
Well, relationships, I don't know how much time you have, you know.
Not that much time.
Yeah. But again, I think it's about self-reflection and growth in general as an individual, as she was saying. And it's a phase, and it's, you know, it's different phases. It's a journey, really. And where I am in life right now, I think one thing that was most important for me, the things that seemed very, very important to me, also keep changing. And I've always been someone who's very focused and ambitious, and, you know, all of those things. And work always came first, and, you know, whether it was surviving, you know, education, you know, those kind of things. So where I want to be, the bigger dream, the bigger life, and all of those things. And it's none of it is about really money, you know, but chasing excellence, and, you know, so that was, again, for me till now. But a couple of years ago, I was, a bunch of my girlfriends took me to Goa, and we were 12 of us, and we all had to say what we would be now doing in the next 1 year.
Yeah.
And the only thing that was important for me at the time was healing the little girl inside of me. And that's what has been my focus over the last 3 years. And for the first time, I saw myself, it was like, you know what? Stop chasing, stop running. It's time to just hold and breathe and pause and take charge of the other side. You know, and I think when we talk about relationships, we are constantly thinking about external and with other people, but I think until you work on this, everything else, it's pointless because we're constantly looking outwards and not inwards. And I think for me, that's been part of growth, and as we age or experience all of that.
The most important relationship is the one with yourself.
Yeah.
Which is true though.
Yeah, but just
I think relationships make the world go round. We are social animals. And it's not just romantic relationships. Your friendships, your every interaction that you have with another human being, there is a certain reflection or a part of you that you're giving to that interaction. And I think obviously for deeper connection, for longer lasting relationships, and it's different for different people, but like compatibility, there's a compatible worldview, then just being able to kind of go from and being just best friend in a romantic relationship, I think just like because you want to build a life together, you want to share your life. It's my life, your life, and our life, right? So you have to be friends with your partner, I feel, first, and everything else comes later. What else? Great sex,
You figure it out on the way, I think once
travel together, grow together.
What did you say?
Once you figure it out on the way. You start liking each other. Two people start liking each other. It could be friendship. It could be just to stay at friendship. It could go ahead of friendship. But you figure it out. You spend more time with each other. You figure it out. You figure what you like and what you don't like, and it could be a romantic relationship, or it could be yeah. It's just you have to be in it to know what the hell you want.
Kirti? Yeah. Moving to you, Kriti.
Kirti. So I think for me, a lot of, everyone's spoken about different aspects that are important. And I think for me, figuring out your own drama and learning to drop it is the key to sort of, I think having a relationship at this point of time for me would be about communication. And I think true communication can happen when each other's personal drama is recognized first and then dropped as and when the time arises. And everything else in terms of, and I also believe that in terms of, you have to have common goals, right? And I think wo end jo aap dekhte hain, you should be able to see that together. Okay, this is where we are headed, right? And so it's about a lot of these things, but I do feel that none of us are perfect. We're all figuring it out. So if we can help each other sort of just see the bullshit and the baggage, and because I think that's ego, that's exactly what comes and ruins a relationship. Yeah. Everything is so nice in the beginning because you're not operating out of your mind and your ego. Your heart is open, right? Because it's new and fresh. And as time progresses and as you become more and more familiar and comfortable, your ego just starts stepping in. It wants drama. So you start looking for reasons, triggers start happening and you start responding to it, reacting to it. So I think being very mindful about that, two people are together because you love each other, right? And love is to do with the heart, not the mind. So remembering that and reminding each other in times of need and creating that space for each other where you can just express yourself, good, bad or ugly, we are all made up of different things. I think just creating that space out of love and respect, I think could be something that is very, very important.
Bani, you wanted to add
I
something?
love that our answers are so telling about who's in a relationship and who's single at the moment.
Yeah.
That's my favorite
I
thing
just
so
want
far.
to know. I know. Single, I know.
Eh?
What are you?
Why are you
Two,
making
there are two
assumptions
married
about
people
me?
here.
Let's see if you can gather that from my answer.
Yeah, I was
That's exactly why I
Alright.
didn't want to specify.
Dino.
So I love relationships. I
Oh.
love the idea of
Now we know you're not
relationships.
in
I think every human has to be in a relationship, have a relationship. You grow from relationships as long as you're willing to learn and accept.
Yeah.
It's even better. The only thing that's constant, to be honest, is change. Everything changes. You change yourself. I've been sort of come to an understanding that the most important relationship, first and foremost, is you and yourself. And if you can have the best relationship with yourself first, I think then you attract some of the most amazing relationships. So if you can complete yourself first and not look for it outside, you would thereafter maybe have the best relationship, in my opinion, which is also always evolving and changing.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Yeah.
the only constant
Gotta
change.
keep that
Change is constant, inevitable.
To all of you, and even in the in the finale and in the last season, and over the years, in this show, we have seen that sex also play an important role, when it comes to relationships, and when it comes to having your own physical needs. What is your take when it comes to sex and relationship? And when I say that, combining both of them, and I also say that, of course, like it's a combination of both. But do you feel that there is a relationship, beyond sex also, which also develops, over the years, over the time with your partners?
Of course.
Yeah.
It doesn't like stop over there, and what you have to say, like when it comes to exploring the other aspect of the partners and all like that.
You mean companionship?
Companionship.
Yeah, I mean, obviously every relationship does start with physical, attraction, which leads to obviously sex. And if the sex is great, obviously it continues for far longer. And then you do become a friend with your partner. And that companionship, it goes way beyond the sexual attraction between the two of you. And as you get older, it's more the companionship rather than the sex. But yes, sex is, I would say, is as important in a relationship.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think just having a good intimate, good intimacy, like having good sex with your partner does lead to the longevity of your relationship, and that is, I think your physical chemistry in bed also keeps the relationship very,
alive.
very solid,
Yeah, keeps
because
it alive.
it is a very important aspect of you guys being together. So while, companionship and all that forms the base, it's not one without the other. So I'm saying while companionship and friendship and all that is also very important, it's I think most couples sort of, also sort of lose interest because the physical intimacy part of it sort of, takes a back seat for different reasons. I think it's very important to not to keep constantly working on it and developing it, through talking to each other and, just, so yeah, I think that's also very important.
Yeah.
I think to each to her or his own, because see, again, like as individuals, of course sex is important, and of course intimacy is extremely important. To be yourself, be able to feel safe in an intimate space with your partner is very important, and communication is very important, and all of that. But having said that, there are many very successful sort of relationships and couples who apparently haven't been intimate in that way for many years, and they are still able to have a partnership of certain kinds. And who are we to say, really? There are many individuals who feel asexual, and then they have a very different take towards sexuality. Who are we to comment on that? Having again, and there could be extremely toxic relationships where the sex is amazing, and the reason they're not able to break apart
Is because of that.
and take a call, in spite of being completely eaten up and being eroded as human beings, because they are not able to, the attraction or whatever that
Overrides it.
good sex
Chemistry
is sort of
which is,
adding to that toxicity.
Yeah.
So there are all kinds of relationships. Having said that, I think what is most important is communication and being able to, again, talk about each other's needs as partners. What is it that you want at this point in your life? Because if you have to stay with someone for a longer period of time, your needs will also keep changing, because as individuals you're growing, so it's not like your preferences will also stay the same, things that you probably liked or didn't like and things like that. So again, I think feeling safe and communicating is most important.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, just to summarize everybody's answers,
also
they were
them-
all very good. I just feel like intimacy just comes in many shapes and sizes, in many different forms, and I feel like you just have to be open to what that is for your partner, and just try and be on the same page, and they have to do the same for it to work. And it could be anything, big, small, whatever. As in like the gestures, not
Communication.
just,
I think communication shuts yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about this.
So interestingly, Siddhi's character, her character arc this season does deal with that, and it was really funny actually. I mean, of course, we've also dealt with it in a funny, light-hearted way, but it does get to a point where this becomes the central conflict in her character. So, but I won't say more about that. But in real life, I would say even, I mean, again, of course, of course, to each their own. Of course, like there are all kinds, and just like there are all kinds of people, there are all kinds of everything, right? Including intimacy, which is again very central to the human condition. But I also feel that even when, I mean, it is never purely physiological. There is always some element, and it may be different for different people, because if, so as a heterosexual, I'm not going and having sex with every guy, right?
Yeah.
There is, why am I having?
Tell us more.
She's married, dude.
But you know, there's someone,
Very bad.
There's some particular person you're attracted to. So it can't just be that your particular neurotransmitter has gone up, or whatever, your body's releasing oxytocin, and that's why you're getting attracted to somebody. It has to be more than that. You get attracted to a particular, like we say, type, or whatever, certain situations, or and that could be different for different people, different for the same person, on different days. So I feel this. I feel that there's definitely more to intimacy than just sex. There is, just physical. I'm talking strictly physical sex, and for people who, again, that might have it's just about physiological urge. Then there are other ways to release that. So,
Do I raise your oxytocin?
Openly he's asking.
She's married.
What about who's married?
No, it's just
Dino's not married.
It's just a
No,
line.
she's
I could
married.
still be,
I could still have
raised
oxytocin levels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving to you.
Pratik answered first.
Yes, yeah, no,
No, he
briefly. All I did was
He hasn't answered.
this.
Why don't you call
Tell us.
me on
It definitely, if you're talking about
Yeah.
physical intimacy, sexual physical intimacy, I feel like in a romantic relationship, it's really important to know where you'll stand in that aspect.
the guys have both said.
You know, you need to be compatible, you know, and that definitely helps the process. And so it is absolutely important. But coming back to what everyone said, there's different kinds of intimacies. There's emotional intimacy. There's, you know, there's all kinds of emotional intimacy. But I think what Shavni said was just apt. You have to communicate whatever it is, your thoughts and feelings in a relationship, and then you figure out what you want to do with those thoughts and feelings, and where you want to go. Do you want to take it further, or do you not want to take it further? But yes, it's important. Coming back to your question, very important. In a romantic relationship, to know where you stand sexually is very important.
We actually forgot the most important thing, talking about physical sex and intimacy and stuff, which is consent.
But that,
of course.
Also, I feel like when we
severe,
speak about
assuming
physical
consent.
intimacy, even mental
Sex
stimulation
means
is important. If
consensual.
you're not
Yeah,
feeling-
absolutely.
there is no mental satisfaction with the individual.
sorry, guys, coming back.
Say louder for the people.
I said, like, you know, I also feel that, you know, basically when you're physically involved with someone, the mental stimulation equally plays a pivotal role. If you're not mentally
Yeah,
satisfied.
Yeah,
Or even
absolutely.
emotionally. Like,
Even-
you have to
Absolutely. Emotional, mental.
be
Absolutely.
wired.
And before I let all of you go, I'm just going to play a very small segment because we're short of time also.
Yes,
Fun stuff.
please. Yeah, first let's do games.
So who's most likely to is the,
okay,
the
nice.
game, and I'm just going to ask questions and you have to answer accordingly,
shall.
okay? The very first question is, who is most likely to actually forget one of the other's birthday?
Birthday.
I barely remember anybody.
Vani's birthday is one day after mine, and
Actually,
I still
Pratik
forget.
doesn't remember his own birthday only.
No, mine is.
28. Come on, he remembers that.
I remember she's one day after me.
I don't even know
And
when-
I keep forgetting.
whose birthday it
Yeah,
is.
Pratik will not
Pratik?
remember.
No, but amongst ourselves or our
Yes,
partners?
yourself.
I don't even know when their birthdays are.
Yeah. You don't count, you're a new
are all the
entrant.
All right, so I don't count.
KK and Pratt.
Yeah, he's just joined the
Yeah.
entire team right now.
He's just joined the party.
Okay, who's most likely to successfully launch their own fitness or wellness empire?
Excuse
Brian,
me.
Body J.
Yes.
Let me think about this answer.
Working
Yeah,
on it.
it's so tough.
Yeah.
Who's most likely to accidentally date a politician and keep it secret for months?
I'm looking at KK. I don't know why right now.
KK is not going
I don't know why I'm looking at KK. Because I mean,
Go with your instinct. Go with your instinct.
Not accidentally. How do you accidentally date?
Basically, like, you know, just coming across at, of course, like occasions there would be, and we are dating
Anything
someone.
But listen,
possible.
not just some era gera.
Yeah, not era gera.
No, no, no. Has to be
Yeah.
a good
Has to
man.
be some, yeah.
Has to
Good-
be minimum like union minister.
Good man, good
Yeah.
man. Let's
See,
just say-
they're putting their
listen,
wants
politicians
across
have a very bad
already.
reputation.
Yeah, they do. It's
Good
true.
man.
Good man, yeah.
Good,
I don't know.
Humble.
No answer. None of us.
That changes
We don't
the
interest.
question.
non-corrupt politician.
None
Okay.
of us.
That's
Could be a woman.
impossible. So basically, there is
Who is
nothing
most
happening.
likely to get accidentally locked out of their own house wearing a bathrobe?
Shayoni.
This is
100%.
It happened with me
Shayoni.
also.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shah and
yeah.
Mans both actually.
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
Yeah.
And last two questions. Who's most likely to spill a major secret after just one shot of tequila?
Manvi, even without a
Manvi or
shot.
Shayoni?
Without a shot.
Manvi or
And
Shayoni?
Pratik. Looking at
No,
Pratik.
no, I don't
Yeah,
drink.
Pratik.
I don't need alcohol. मैं तो ऐसे ही बोल देता हूँ.
Ah, that's true.
Okay. And lastly, who's most likely to set up a group chat for all six of
Shayoni.
you and then immediately mute it?
Before even you.
But mute it, you know.
Before even
And immediately mute it.
I
Yeah.
would mute it. I thought
Yeah, I would
I
create it and
never
mute
thought
it.
that.
Shayoni.
I'm muted. Yeah.
Well, that's the only answer. Like which where I felt like you all get like chatty together.
created a group, man.
Yeah.
What?
Why?
I have
believe
only
that.
Have you
been
been
put in
thrown out
groups.
of any group as
Maybe.
such?
Have you ever created a group on WhatsApp?
I did
Think
have
about
to
it.
once, yeah, twice.
I have
Work.
never.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
No, I'm there on a lot of
I'm
WhatsApp.
I'm
groups.
constantly
I want to like just be out
I
of
don't
it
want to
now.
be part of.
That's it.
So मेरे
Yeah.
को group में
I
डालते सब.
Yeah.
I mute.
Yeah, mute.
And lastly, before I let all of you go, what are your upcoming projects you all are focusing on? Apart from FOMO shots, which
talk
seems
about
to be
it.
interesting.
We're only here
I've
to
just
talk
had
about-
another release, but we can't talk about it. And
We're
only
here to
talk
talk-
about FOMO shots.
Yeah,
it's coming
we
on the
wanna talk about
19th
FOMO
of
shots.
19th,
December
please watch
on
it.
Amazon Prime
Video.
Videos only.
December
Yeah.
19th.
In 240
I'm reading a few
countries
scripts, to
globally.
be honest, but
Yeah.
nothing confirmed yet.
But you have been a part of, another OTT show, and we have seen
Yes.
the chivalry on that show, and now over here, I have to ask this question to you lastly. How was it being a part of this and the last leg of this show, and working on this one, having a chemistry with Kriti, and how the entire bond has been?
It's been outstanding. It's been fabulous to end the year with 4 more shots, please. Season 4, and having the year that I've had, it's been a tremendous journey, and I'm absolutely proud and happy to be here at this point.
Lastly, to you, if you have found love again in your life, and if you could
Yes.
say something about that. There are
Humble-
stories around
humble
it, like you have
politician.
found love.
The humble politician.
You mean in the show, right?
Yeah, in life.
Oh, have I?
Yeah, there are
The
stories.
humble
Tell us
politician, yeah.
also. You have,
we
she has
wanna
goss.
know, we wanna know.
How does she know and
yeah.
we don't know?
Why did this goss not reach me?
Yeah, listen.
I mean,
You told them?
let's not talk about it.
You told them?
हमें कैसे नहीं पता?
Thank you.
Another proper chat.
Is.
Yeah, sure.
Spill the beans, did ya?
Thank you so much to everyone out there,
Thank
and all
you.
the very best for 4 more shots.